Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Armchair Keepers of Arcane Secrets. I'm host number one, Matt Ryan.
Host two, Bob Geis.
And here we are. We're coming back at you. We're talking about our prep for our next in-person massive Nyarlathotep Call of Cthulhu TTRPG sessions.
That's right. That's right. At long last, Matt, I'm finally going to get out of England. I'm going to get out of England tonight. All the investigators, they may not get out of England tonight, but the crew, whoever's still alive, is leaving England tonight.
Oh, I
So
like that. How many episodes have you spent in England?
I don't know. At this point, it's like at least four, maybe five episodes. Far too long. But this one is definitely going to be the wrap up. They are headed from Henson Manufacturing, where they did a scorched earth there. They're going
Yep.
over to the Misr house in Derby, which they have stolen the truck from Ferris Delivery, and they're driving
You
that
love
truck
that
around
truck.
England. They love that truck, which is nice. It fits all the investigators. So they're going to get there, and I've already
But you're
decided.
seven now, right?
There's seven, yes. So if you recall, they had been looped into this whole scheme by Zahara, who is, of course, the priestess of the Brotherhood of the Black
Yeah.
Pharaoh in London and
Yeah,
the
you're
rival
yep.
of Edward Gavigan. And as per the text, I've really played up that rivalry that the two of those have. And so
Yes.
she asked them to come to the ceremony. It was happening in 3 days, I believe, to basically, have it out with Gavigan. And so that's what's going to happen tonight. So the new guy that I brought in last session, Matt, I didn't tell you this, but this guy is apparently he's playing them as a World War II veteran, right? And he has a
World War One. World War
World War
One.
One, sorry, World War One, yeah, veteran, and he has a very, very high-powered rifle. So I do believe that he is going to plan to do a little bit of sniping on Edward Gavigan, right?
Oh, I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that
Absolutely.
right now.
And I'm fully prepared for that, and that's fine. But you know who's not prepared for that? Edward Gavigan, because Zahara has basically been running interference for the players or for the investigators to set him up for a big fall. So I've already ruled it all out on how many cultists there are and what's going to happen once the match is struck to the flame. So it's going to be an exciting conclusion, and there's going to be ferocious combat. I'm thinking that I'm going to potentially have a hunting horror summoned there. That's going to be what they do. They summoned it for adoration. So I love the fact that they would summon this creature and feed it the sacrifices that they have. They have, unfortunately, like you did. Yalisha is there
Yeah.
as a potential victim. They're going to
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
time to go through the Mizir house and gather the clues so that they'll have more information. Now, did they go into the Mizir house and gather stuff up, or was it just kind of like a tour?
No, they did. They did. And as soon as they found the first hot, juicy clue, they hightailed it.
Okay. Okay.
So there were other things. And of course, as a player, you never know, right? You
Yeah,
never
sure.
know when to dig further or when
Yeah.
you've hit pay dirt. So they did get some stuff, but then they bailed off.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll get there's unfortunately as written there the clues are in two different locations in the Mizir house. So if they
I'd combine them. If I would run it again, I
yep.
would put all that shit in the same room.
Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think that's a good idea. They already have a bunch of the clues. Look what I've done. See, I have this little plastic envelope where I put all their clues. This is all their London, England clues here.
I do. Yeah, I do the same thing. I've got a, oh, do I have one?
I have my New York chapter. And this way, I've kind of parsed everything out. So this will be easier for when they go and through review things like the infamous Room 410 packet here. So it'll be really helpful for
It is helpful.
review.
I've got it. Remind me. I've got my Peru folder, and you're thinking, Matt, why do you have a Peru folder?
Why do you have a Peru folder?
Remind me at the end of the show.
Fantastic. All right.
I've got two things to respond to you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. So there,
And wait, no, I want to tell you before I forget them. The first is about how mapped out it is, because it sounds like you've got this pretty mapped out.
yep.
And I want to ask about how loose are you staying for player interaction in case they do what you don't think they're going to do. Okay, that's item A.
Okay, well, let's
Item
talk about that
B.
right now, right?
Okay,
So again, I have, this is like, I'm the offensive coordinator on the side, and I have my play sheet right here. But that play sheet only has my first few plays scripted out, and then I'll be kind of just working off of what the players do. And so
exactly.
I have like basically, honestly, I have the starting point, right? He gets shot, I know what's going to happen. I know how many of the Edward Gavigan loyalists are going to flee off into the swamps. I know how many Zahara cultists there are going to be. This is crap I would have to figure out on the in the moment if I it hadn't planned ahead. So it's just background stuff that I need to be able to negotiate the scene. I have no idea how it's going to play out, in the specifics, right? Because again, there's infinite number of variables that could happen, right? So
That's right. Yeah, no.
and
So your play sheet likely will not survive contact with the players.
my play sheet ends with contact with the players, right? Or actually, it ends with the players' contact with the enemy, right? The stage is set. The players, once they walk onto the stage, everything will be in motion, right? As
Yes,
it,
and that's a good game. That's a good game, right? That's where I come alive is when the players start doing shit and I don't anticipate it.
oh
And
yeah,
then I'm
absolutely.
thinking on my feet and then I'm in the juice and that's the moment of the game that I love.
I don't really, I guess, other than at a very, very basic level, I don't really try to think of what they're going to do
Yeah.
specifically. I mean, they're going to go to the Mizir house, and they're going to do things, and then it's
Yep.
all riffing off of what they do. But yeah,
Yes.
but I think that that is something that maybe you and I, as experienced GMs, we gloss over. But it is a skill that one develops over time, right? It's you can't account for everything, so try not to account for anything, right? And be willing and flexible to be able to roll with it,
Yeah.
right? Have
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the
yeah.
vaguest idea of what's going to happen, and then just be very, very fluid.
Well, what you've mapped out is what the villains are going to do
Yep.
in certain situations. If this happens, the villains will respond this way.
Yeah. Well,
That
I
does
also,
save time at the table.
for sure, and also it's fair play, right? So I won't, retroactively give the villains an advantage that they wouldn't have had in reaction to what the player's doing. The villains come prepped at a point, right? So I even have like Zahara has cast Flesh Ward on herself, right? I know the exact number of points that she has of Flesh Ward. I don't want
Yeah.
to fudge that at the table because that wouldn't be fair, right? So again, I'm very much about that, right?
Yes.
This is going to be lethal enough. I predict that I don't want to take any unfair advantage of the players. That will happen. Although, honestly, like you were saying, my dice ruling has actually has gone against me, right? But the numbers are on my side. The numbers are on my side.
They
Uh,
are.
yeah, so it'll be an
All
exciting
right.
session for sure.
Item two, and it's about the hunting horrors.
Yep.
There are a lot of and the reason I bring this up is because my session is likely going to include hunting horrors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And hunting horrors are kind of dropped in willy-nilly. They're sort of like the lap dogs of Nyarlathotep or something.
Yeah.
So the campaign uses hunting horrors a lot,
Interesting.
and a good hunting horror scene is using the hunting horrors once. It's
Yeah.
just like the
Okay.
what we've said about ceremonies,
Yep. Yeah,
right?
I know. Again, the
Or
face I was
greater
making was about
ceremonies.
this is becoming rote. If you do it once, it's terrifying. If you do it two, it's like, oh, again.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I used zombies in New York, and then
Yeah.
I did use zombies again for the Missouri ceremony, just because I really liked the visual of the ground bubbling like oatmeal and these
Mm.
million favored undead
Oh
zombies
yeah.
rising up out of it. But the zombies didn't interact with the players.
No, I think that if again they're going to be trying to summon this creature. If they do summon it, I want it to be terrifying, right? A sanity hit for the players. Also,
Yeah,
if it does attack, it will attack one player and try to fly away with them because I want that player to have to figure out how to negotiate that situation, right? Are they going to try to break out of its grasp and, plunge into the swamp and survive the fall? Or are they going to, be content to be at its tender mercies as it flies through the air, taking little bits and bites of them? That'll be fun. That'll be fun to see.
That's thrilling.
Yeah.
I do this cheesy little trick sometimes where and the what you're describing reminds me of it is I'll take a giant six-sided dice and I'll just put it on the table in front of the players on six.
Okay.
And then we all like have a round of combat and then I move it down to five. So it's a visual countdown, but the players don't know a countdown to what.
Sure. That's great. Yeah. No,
And
that's
if I
nice.
was going to have like a hunting horror summoned,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
that's
great because it'll take time. They're doing their little gyrations there.
and they don't know like yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll think about it. I'll think about it because again, uh, uh, no,
It
actually,
makes people
oh,
anxious.
wait a second. Everybody knows how a countdown works. People don't know how a count up works, right? Start a D10 on zero and then move it to one, then move it to two to three. They don't know where it's at. They don't know if I have to get to 10 or if they have to get to three, right? I like that.
That's motherfucking evil, is what that is, guys.
Yeah,
Right there.
right. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, so that's my plans. We'll see how it goes. I want to hear about our friends in Cairo.
Well, I know. So I stutter a lot. I keep these big, fat, flabby note cards where I write down what I think is going to happen, and there's little drawings on them, and there's all these little
They're masterpieces.
they're not, but there are all these little hints for me to run a session. So this is my 12th session, and generally it takes my team 4 sessions to get out of a chapter.
Okay. You guys are
So I'm pretty sure that this Friday is going to be the last chapter in Egypt.
I haven't even made it there yet. Ugh, killing me.
So they went, as you recall, folks, they went to the Great Chamber of Nyarlathotep, and I did this stupid little painting of the Great Chamber of Nyarlathotep. And maybe I'll give that to Bob. He can use it for the editing. And then they went to the little tiny bent chamber and they met Nyarlathotep. And I underrepresented that, and they were very confident. So that meant nothing. And we left last time with them thinking that they're going to try to stop the rising of the mummy, whatever the mummy's name is, Necrotis or
Yeah.
Nicotis or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Nikki the mummy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give them some time to flounder around. The other thing that I did for this session is I read the rules how spells work.
There you go. It's a start.
Thank you. I've got 2 players with summoning spells and contact spells.
Okay.
And I am going to tell them how the spells work mechanically, what they have to do to make them work mechanically.
Yep.
But I'm going to say that they figured that out from their reading, but I am not going to tell them what creature they summon other than the title of the spell, like winged one or something, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm giving them the opportunity to do magic if they want to do magic.
Well, that's great. Yeah, let them do it. I'm all for it.
Okay, let's hope they do. So okay, I think they're going to try to stop the girdle.
Mhm.
And that means they're going to rouse about to, and I think I'm going to let them. Yeah, I am. I'm going to let them find the Ibn Tulan or whatever, the
Yeah.
mosque
Yeah.
that's been converted into an insane asylum. You gotta love insane asylums.
That's right. Of course. Of course.
There'll be a lot of howling, and then I'm gonna paint the scene that they're gonna meet the various holy warriors that are guarding the girdle, and they're gonna say, "Look, we're gonna be down here. We're locked in this basement, and we're gonna stay here and guard this thing. You can join us. It's very unlikely that we're gonna give you the girdle.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they can try to take it from them. I'm just going to be flexible. I don't know how they're going to respond to that, but I do know that Omar El Shakti is going to send a hunting horror
Nice.
into the room, the little submerged room where the holy warriors are protecting the girdle, and that hunting horror is going to materialize out of thin air.
Oh my gosh.
and it's going to chew the fuck out of everything to
Yeah.
get the girdle and get out of there.
Huh. Have you already used a hunting horror?
I haven't, and
Oh,
that's why I asked you.
all right, that's fantastic. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering this, but I thought it used to be a Chthonian that came up through the ground, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
But this is going to be
That's still
so
cool.
I've got a little I did a real simple little schematic,
Oh yeah.
right?
All right. Good enough.
Okay. The room that these dudes are in, these six holy warriors, is only slightly bigger from the room that the group and I play in.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh
I'm
my,
going to say that you're in this subterranean, you know, room with a single iron door, and the ceilings are 2 feet higher than the ceilings we're sitting in. And then my hope is that a hunting horror then materializes in that room, and they're down there.
those things are huge.
Exactly. It's going to be like a weasel in a hen house just tearing through shit.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's going to be a massacre. A
I
ma-
don't know what's going to happen. I really, really don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to add, I might lock them in there.
yeah.
There's only the dude upstairs, the director's got the key. So I don't know how this is going to unfold. And
You know,
there's a chance they kill the hunting horror.
you know what you need to do in this scene? You
Yeah.
you need so turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
How are we gonna see the die rolls?
Use flashlights, use your phones, but turn off the lights and say it gets dark in there. And I mean, then you can really kind of fudge things around. The hunting horror can be like you can hear people screaming, the guards are getting torn up. It'll be fantastic. It'll be an incredible scene. I mean, imagine being in a dark room with this thing. You can like, feel its bulk pushing you around. It'd be great. It'd be
Oh,
horrible.
that's fucking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good. Okay, I'll do it. I'll just snap the lights off.
Yep. Yeah, and there's like this terrible smell that all of a sudden is in the room. They've gotten shoved out of the way by something just materializing there. Ought to be fantastic.
Oh,
Oh
that's very good, Bob. Oh, that's very
yeah,
okay. So I don't know now. So I don't know what happens after that. If they're solely under, or if they have no chance of defeating this thing, the thing is just going to gobble up the chest that the girdle's on
hmm
and disappear.
yeah, yeah.
And then it's up to them if they want to try to stop the ceremony to raise the mummy.
That's right. Yeah,
And they've got enough info. They know that the ceremonies generally happen on the darkest night of the month, and they know that's coming up in 2 days. They know how to get to the Great Chamber of
yep,
Nyarlathotep.
yep.
They kind of know their way around it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I could have a wild hunting horror combat, and
mhm.
then I could immediately go into them trying to somehow stop the great ceremony to raise the mummy. And that's madcap. That's just nuts. The
Yeah.
great ceremony is nuts.
It's
There's the
fantastic.
giant sphinx. There's the pharaoh. There's the
It's a big deal. It's like Mardi Gras.
so it might not be my last chapter because I think that my last session because I think that the great chamber, the great ceremony in the great chamber of Nyarlathotep is an entire session itself.
Yeah. No, I really like the idea of controlling that whole scene in the in that chamber where the hunting horror appears, because that way you can punish the players, but easily avoid a TPK by just having it grab that chest and vanish, right?
So
Yeah.
if they just want to hide in a corner, they can. And all of those holy warriors are just going to be cannon fodder. They're going to
Oh
be
yeah.
shred to pieces like early on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you,
No,
you
I
just
would
hear
say
a warrior screaming.
you're hearing people screaming. It's a wonderful opportunity to chip away at their sanity, and yet preserve them if they choose if they go at it, let them go at it. It'll be great. I can't wait to hear about it.
And maybe I'll put some headlamps because we're campers. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you're a Boy Scout. I was a Boy Scout for a minute. We can't get into that story.
laws.
But I do have a lot of camping gear and I have a lot of headlamps.
Yeah. That's
So
fantastic.
so maybe I will sprinkle some headlamps out at the
Yeah,
table.
for sure. No, that's great.
Man, that's wild. Geez, imagine a world, Bob, where somebody could like come to one of our hometowns and sit in the same room with us and play a game with you and I running it.
That'd be crazy. If only.
If only. All right, folks. Bob, do the begging, please.
Please, if you haven't already subscribed, please like and subscribe. Share this with your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones. Yay.
One more minute. I told you to remind me
Oh,
about
Peru,
Peru.
Peru.
I'm running the Peru chapter in its entirety and an
Okay.
abbreviated form, but in a 4 hour slot at my local in Ithaca, New York. There's a convention coming up called Flag Con,
All
which stands
right.
for the Finger Lakes Area Gaming, maybe something convention, sometime in November around Halloween, but not Halloween. And I'm going to be there and I'm going to be running it. And if you're in the area, you can buy tickets now. It's already up
Fantastic.
on the tabletop events, and you can come play with me, Matt
Matt
Ryan.
Ryan. All right. All right, fantastic. We will catch you next time,
Now,
viewer.
oh, and the other thing we got to plug, we've got a lot of people. We've got a lot of people. We got a lot of special guests coming up.
Oh my gosh.
We do. We've got people. I didn't tell you, Bob. I got some messages, people asking if they can be special guests. So the tide's turning. We don't have to go begging. We've got
I will
people.
continue begging for subscribers, though. You're never going to stop me from doing that.
Yes, that's right. And we're only about 12 subscribers away from me eating some kind of thing.
All right. Giant liver. Giant liver. I'll mail it to
Take
you.
care, folks.